we are going to create a header for our website. Now when we look into our website, before it was like this. Now let me just open it up here in the new tab, and now you realize that our website has changed. We added a new theme which has given this kind of styling, which is the Astra theme, and the website name which is right here, and the main menu which is the one right up here, and the footer menu you'll see it later on when we assign it to our footer right down there. So we head back to our dashboard. We're going to come here to templates, and we're going to come to theme builder, and under theme builder we are going to say add new, and here we are going to say header, and here we're going to say main header, and then we say create template. This ability of creating a header or a custom header is given to us by Elementor. Elementor, the page builder, and this is the one that is loading up right here. Okay, so Elementor comes with a couple of bundled templates that are pre-made by Elementor team. And if you have the Elementor Pro, like now we already have Elementor Pro, we can simply choose from a couple of header templates that have been pre-made right here. However, I don't want to use any of those, and I'm going to simply close over this here. And once I close it over there, I can now simply start creating my header from scratch by simply clicking over there and adding my sections that I want to belong to the header. For example, here I can simply add a one column section, or I can simply add a multi-column section. However, if you don't want to do everything from scratch, you can simply save changes, or you can simply save a draft here. And now we are going to come back to our dashboard. And inside our dashboard, we are going to add two new amazing plugins. One is called HTMega Addons for Elementor, and another one is called Elements Kit. Now, I have actually made specific tutorials on these two Elementor add-ons or extensions. And by going to my YouTube channel, and then you go to videos. So right here, you can search for Elements Kit. And I've actually made several tutorials on how you can get started using Elements Kit and a lot more other features that Elements Kit brings you. Like for example, this one here, and this one right down here. And for HTMega, you simply come over here and search for HTMega. And here a couple of videos I've created using HTMega add-ons. So back here, we come here to our plugin, add new plugin. And here we'll search for Elements Kit, and simply install and then activate. Next we add another one called HTMega. You simply install and then activate. Now once you have these two plugins installed and activated, then I'll bring you later on here to show you what we can easily create using any of these plugins. However, at the moment we wanted to use some of the header templates that are made by Elements Kit, which really look amazing. For example, when I bring you here to our save template for the header, I'm going to simply reload, and boom, you realize that now we have this other icon or logo from Elements Kit. Now when I click over here, and then I come over here to headers, boom, here it shows up a couple of amazing headers that have been created by Elements Kit, and we can get started using any of these right here. Okay, now like I said, Elements Kit comes with a pro and a free version, and in this case we're going to use the free version. However, if you have the pro version, you can have access to a number of other templates that come with Elements Kit in the pro version. This looks awesome. We can simply insert this, and boom, now we will have our header template show up on our website. You see how this looks like? And now this means that we can even make changes to any of these sections right here. For example, we can change the address here by coming over here to this element and clicking over right here, and we can make changes to the contact form or to the contact information. Maybe this is not a telephone number that you want. In case you want to change the icon here, you simply click over here and go to the icon library, and you can look up for a phone icon, something like this. Then you insert. Now you see that it has changed. You can even make changes to the email contact. In this case, our email is admin@go-tuts.com. You can also change the logo for the icon that you are using up there, and even the street that you are located, or your FSS that where they are located. Now You can even delete this whole section in case you don't want it by clicking over here on the X icon, and boom, section is gone. Now under actions, I can simply just roll back this section that I removed, and boom, it is back right there. Now under here, we can link up to our different social networks. Now this is a section that was added by Elements Kit. You can simply add more social media platforms, or you can even remove some. For example, when I come over here, you see I can add an icon right here: Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Dribbble, Instagram. We don't have LinkedIn, we don't have Dribbble, we don't have Instagram. Okay, now under here I can simply come over here to Facebook, and I link up our Facebook page, which is this. Go take UG. This is my Facebook page, and here you can also change the logo, you can change the label for the icon, and you can even switch the color for your icon. And in this case, I'm going to switch this to something like this, and I can simply copy this color code, or I can simply add a new color code, which is this one here, and we can always be reusing the same color code over and over again. Come to the color of the icon. Now we can use our already selected icon color. We can also come here to our top header section right here. We come to style, and we can also make changes to the color of that. We can simply use our same color right here, and we can give it a transparency, something like this. Now we have our section that has our logo, but now we have to make changes to our logo. I can simply come over here to the logo section, and here they used an image that has a logo of their website, and you can also simply do the same by simply uploading the image right here of your logo. And to get a logo, you can simply come over here to gotechug/Fiverr, and if you use this affiliate link, you get 20% off your first order on Fiverr. And on Fiverr, you can basically hire a professional to make you a logo, to make you a website, and a lot more other professional services. You see, like here, this is logo design, and right here you can see a couple of different professionals that have been creating logos here on Fiverr. Some start from $100, $25, $35, and a lot more. The basis of Fiverr is that the least order you can make is $5, but it can go as far as $300, $1,000, and a lot more. But a good thing, you can simply look into the previous works of these logo designers or creatives on Fiverr, their ratings and reviews, and you can simply hire them and offer you a service. Once you have gotten your logo, you simply come over here, and then you can upload your logo to your WordPress website. However, I'm not going to upload a logo at the moment. I'm going to use another section right here, which is a text widget. So to add a text widget here, I'm going to delete this one here, which is the image widget, and then I'm going to add a heading title or a heading widget right here. I'm going to come over here, and then I drag my heading widget, and I'm going to simply add my title, which is e-news, which is going to be our logo right here, and it will be linking up to our home page. And simply I'm going to click over here to the link, come to dynamic, and I'm going to say site URL. So basically whoever clicks on this word, they will be redirected to our site URL, which is our home page. I can style up my logo, which is the e-news channel, and I simply come over here to styling. I can give it our color, which is the one that we had already chosen, and we can come to typography, and we can simply increase the size of our font, and we can choose from a number of fonts that are already here. Weight, we select 900, and you can even choose some text decoration, underline, overline, strike through, overline, something like that, or something like this. Now we have our e-news channel right here, and here we have a search widget, and here we have an appointments, and we can make changes right there. We can switch this from being an appointment, and we can make it to be like our contact call to action, and we can link this up to a contact page by simply searching over here, and a contact page link will show up right there. And we can choose either to add an icon or not to add an icon, but I'll choose to add an icon. Come over here to the library, and I look up for the contact icon, something like that. And I can choose it to be before or after. I want it to be after. I can choose this to be in the middle of the widget or at the extreme right. And of course, I can also make changes to our button right here. In this case, it can be the color that I want to change, something like that. or it can be a different color, something like this. And I can also add it to our picked colors. The other thing, we can also change the typography. Maybe we want this to be the same as our logo, or we want it to be basically another color, another font, which is that Lato. And here we can choose also the weight, something like that. If you want to change the font size, you can also do it right here, but it's very good to keep consistent on the fonts you are using on your website. So in this case here, we used which font face by clicking over there, come to style, come to the text, come to typography. Here we used a default. We can choose to use a default font, or we can choose to use a totally different font. In this case, let me choose to use the Lato font. Come over here to this widget, come to the text, come to typography, and right here we're going to choose Lato, and Lato is going to be our site-wide font that we'll be using. Now I'm going to add here a new column, add a new column right up here, and I'm going to drag this widget up right here in this other column at the top. Okay, and I am going to move this column to the very extreme. I'm going to come back here, I delete this column. Boom. So we have now this taking up 70%, and we have this other one taking up only 19%. We can even make this other column to take it even more, to be like 80%. I can choose to make these icons to be vertical aligned in the middle. This is bottom, middle, and even these icons right here, vertical aligned, all these widget, all this contact information to be aligned at the middle, even this other icon, middle. So if I try to preview right here, boom, it looks fine. I'm going to click over here on the navigation widget, and I'm going to select our main menu, which is our navigation. We're going to come to this column right here, and we are going to give it the biggest percentage. This is 30, so I'm going to give this like 60, and I'll give this other one to be only 10. Let me try to update, and I'll preview it. So this is how it looks like at the moment. We have our header right here, including our social media buttons. However, we can also do something like this. In case we don't want this column for the contact, we can simply delete that. And in case you don't want this search widget, we can also come over here to the search, and we can get another search form, and we can add it here as a widget, and we can delete the search form. I'm basically giving you more other alternatives to achieve something. If you want to make it minimal, it can be something like this, and or in case you want to make it static, classic, it can be like that. In case you want to make it full screen, you can simply make it full screen, and when someone clicks over there, it will boom pop up to be a full screen. And you can also make changes to your icon size. You can make it bigger. You can also make a lot more changes, like changing the icon color, overlay color, typography, the toggle color. Like for example, this is the toggle color, which is the icon color. So you can even make it white. And on hover, when someone hovers over this, you can also give it a different other color. And also the background, you can choose to be a different background on hover. Even on normal, you can choose to have a different background. You see how that looks like. Okay, but in this case, I don't want to have any color right there. Simply make it white and completely transparent. So when someone clicks over there, boom. See, and then the other thing, on the input, there's something called a placeholder. When someone clicks over here, this is this placeholder, which is called search. You can say search e-news, search e-news. So when someone clicks over here, boom, search e-news. Okay, so once now we happen to preview our changes, boom, you realize that now we have our top bar, our social media icons, and our navigation right here. Okay, so now it looks like we are done. We can now simply hit publish, add a condition, entire site. We want our header to appear on the entire site. Save changes. Now we can have a look. Boom, this is how our website header looks like. Next, what we are going to do is to create our footer. So to get started to create our website footer, we are going to come back here to our dashboard by simply coming over here, exit to dashboard, and it will take us back right here, and we will come here to the theme builder under templates in Elementor, and we are going to say there is a section here for footer, but we can even say add new, and we can come over here and then select the footer, and then we can say main footer, which is the name of our template, and we simply create our website footer template. So Elementor will show up a window like this with pre-made sections for your footer templates. In case you are convinced by any of this, you can simply use any of this since you already have Elementor Pro, but I'm simply going to close over here, and I'm going to come over here to EK, which means Elements Kit. I'm going to come back here to footers, and here they are already pre-made footers by Elements Kit. Okay, so I can simply look through here a footer that really convinces me, and I can add it to my website. In this case, I'll be using this template here, so I'll simply insert it, and boom, we have our footer template added to our website right here. Now we can make a couple of changes, but before we make any changes, I'm going to simply hit publish. I'm going to add a condition, and I save changes. The condition is it's going to display on the entire website. So when I preview what's happening on our main website, we have our header right here, and now when we scroll, now we have a footer for our website right here. This is very powerful. Okay, now if you look on the website before, we never had a footer like that. Now the other thing we can do is we can make changes. You can delete sections that you don't want. For example, we don't want this section here, and we also don't want to add an Instagram feed right here. And like you already know, we don't have a G+ and a LinkedIn account, so we can delete those options. Since we have these options added up here in our website header, we may not need this right here. So I delete that whole widget, and right here we have a widget that we can use to display a number of items on our website. But in this case, I'm going to delete this, and I'm going to add a navigation widget from Elementor, which is this one here. It has no logo. Here we are having 3 navigation widgets, but this is from HTMega Addons. This is from Elements Kit, but in this case we're going to use one from Elementor because we have Elementor Pro. So by simply dragging it over right here, I'm going to select it here, and I'm going to make sure that I select the footer menu to display right here, and I'm going to make it to be horizontal, and I can even reduce on the percentage on what this section is taking over, so I can make it to be like maybe 30%, so that we can provide more room for our footer. You see that this here, but this doesn't look really impressive, so I can come back here to this widget, and I can make it just to be aligned on the right, and this is how it looks like. I can make more changes right here on our font and the pointers, so I can simply come over here, come to style. On the hover, I am going to make sure that it has no pointer. Active, I can make sure that when it is active, it is going to show one of this color here, and normal, it's just going to show in white color. And of course on active, we also don't want to show a pointer there. Also, the beauty about Elementor, you can make more tweaks on your entire website using the responsive settings. For example, when I click over here on the responsive mode and come here to tablet or mobile, I'm under mobile. Here it is showing a hamburger widget. Now the hamburger widget means that we have to click over here so that our menu shows up right there. However, in this case, we want our menu to show up even on the mobile. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here, then I'll select my widget over there, come to content, and come here to the mobile breakdown, and I'll select none. It means that all my navigation items will be showing up even on the mobile device. Now what I can do is a couple of changes. For example, I'm going to change the typography, coming here to the style. So I come to the typography, come here to the font family, I choose our font that we decided to use, which is Lato. I'm going to come now here to the horizontal padding, and I'm going to reduce on the horizontal padding. Just make it like 10. Okay, then I'm going to make sure that I align them to the center. We want to make sure that this section here, you see this section here, that it is going to be the one below. Okay, how do we do that? We can simply come over here, select this whole section, and then we come to advanced, and we're going to come to responsive, and we're going to say under responsive, we're going to say reverse columns on mobile. Okay, so you see now it has come right down here. And then we can also make changes here. For example, this is the copyright information, and that means we can make changes here. It's called eNews channel, eNews Central, which is the company, and then it's called all rights reserved. Now we can get back to our desktop version, see how it looks like. And I think I can still make more changes right here on the font so that it doesn't look so big. Oh, it looks fine. I think it looks fine. If you're happy with what is here in the footer, like, still you can add more sections here, columns. You can make changes to the font in case you have another logo, or you simply want to use this same logo that you created here. You can simply have it added right down here, and you are good to go. So once you are done with that, we can simply now hit save changes or update. And now we can come over here to our main website, and we can simply reload this. Then when we scroll down here to the footer, boom, you realize that we have our footer right here, our website description, logo, contact information, and all this stuff. But here it looks like this is aligned at the top and this is aligned at the bottom. How can we have all these sections aligned at the top? So I can simply come back here to our footer section. Once you are done fixing your footer and actually you've added all the other sections that you wanted to add in your footer, then you are good to go. However, you can also make some adjustments to your footer. For example, we can even change our footer background by selecting this whole footer widget, come here to style, and you can come over here and we can add probably like a gradient, and you can simply shift this gradient to run from a very different angle. Let me show you. See, running from 360. You can change the colors right here to add the colors that you want to use or that your website uses. You see how beautiful that looks like? You can make changes to the location of the gradient and all that stuff. For example, this here, and you can even change location for the other color, simply just like that. So you can now simply hit update, and now when we come here to our footer, we can reload. Boom, we have our footer. Congratulations on first creating your header, second creating your footer.